Saturday night football at the Whitten Oval. Great to have you with us. It's the Dogs, 2-1 at quarter time. There's Gemma Houghton, speaking of newcomers to the game. Just so athletic and so impressive in that opening term, and she'll start in the ruck and continue her battle against Tiana Erst. And we start the second term. Carney reads it off the hands of the ruck. High kick with no penetration. Fisted away from Kane. Chance for Filicamo. Lachlan on the bottom of that pack. They pile in on top, and umpire says holding the football. It's going to be Lara Filicamo. She wants to move it quickly and effectively to Gabby O'Sullivan. The college basketball until the middle of last year at the College of Coastal Georgia came back to footy. Kick inside 50, clears the contest. Here's the dangerous Hout at the back. Beautiful tackle from Ernst. Went with her step for step. Great defensive work from the ruck to make sure she followed her opponent inside the forward 50. She reaps the rewards. Ernst, a goal-saving tackle. Chance for Hunt, couldn't hang on to the mark. At ground level, Sullivan busts through and the ball spills out.
You can see Bulldogs exiting from defensive 50, more than happy to kick to a contest.
That's Lachlan and Filicamo. Here's the tackle from Ernst. Perfect timing. Ball back into play. Out at the front, got the tap. Awkward ball for Sharp, couldn't take it cleanly. There is Blackburn. Sockers to her own advantage. Here's Brennan versus Antonio, and once again Antonio happy to take her to the line.
Yeah, Antonio's right in her back pocket there. I'm really liking this matchup. Oh, got a little bit physical there on the boundary line, and good to see that the Freo players come in to support her. So let's watch this one moving forward.
Yeah, Michelle Cowan and her coaching team have put time into Blackburn and Brendan at the moment. It's paying dividends, winning both those contests. Good tap from Ernst. Kick forward from Lachlan. Direction with a little handball forward from Lambert that buys her some time. Clever player. Bought more time by McLeod. Steps. Needs to get boot to ball and run down. Great defence from the Dockers. Duly rewarded. Lambert and McLeod combining. They are real electric forward of the ball at the moment. Steph Kane will take it for the Dockers. Spread out further afield for Miller. It's pick 4 for the Dockers in the draft last year. A tumbling kick forward marked by Bresland. Bresland will kick down the line. It'll hang in the air. Late on the scene, not able to affect it was Caulfield. Little handball from Lachlan. Scott. Not a lot of room to work in the end, over the line and out of bounds. And it almost feels like the dial's been turned even a little bit further in the opening couple of minutes of this quarter in terms of the Dockers' pressure.
It has. They've turned up the pressure, and they've also made sure that they've equalised at both ends of the ground. So there's no spares currently on the field.
So Ernst and Houghton will continue. Ernst couldn't get an effective tap, but it spills to Callanan at the back. She's elusive, gains some space. Little chip kick. It was a beautiful spoil. Perfectly timed by Hayley Miller. Gardner, quick hands to Scott, bangs it on the boot, gains some territory towards the wing, bounces off the hands of Breslin. Tracking it is Hooker. Confronted front on by Callanan. Taken to ground. Umpire hovers. Calls for the football. Ernst and Houghton both slap in the same direction. Kane gets in first. Would have got one in the back. Ball's in underneath it. Steph Kane, 20-year-old from Swan Districts, comes from a soccer background, played in their premiership last year at Swan. Free kick, high contact. A little bit of confusion. Players thought it was going Fremantle's way. In fact, it's going to the Dogs. Ange Gogos kicks towards Gardner. Flew early, couldn't take the mark. Kane at the back, handball intercepted. Opportunity now for Tyndall. Gogos goes again, gets crunched in a strong tackle there by Breslin. They'll have a ball up 60 metres from goal. As Brennan and Antonio drop back towards the goal square, one-on-one. Lachlan tries to slap it forward, taken by Hooker, quick kick, only as far as Carney. It's going to head in that Antonio-Brennan direction again. Antonio read it well, Brennan got the bounce, can she keep it alive? No. And the frustration continues for Katie Brennan.
And McCarney winning the race to 10 possessions. dominant through midfield so far for the Bulldogs. Really the only one who's got off the chain with the clamps put on Ellie Blackburn so far. There's Lachlan, former speed skater. Can't get boot to ball. Maybe a second opportunity. An opportunity now for Brennan. Fashions the kick on the left. Won't quite get the distance on Antonio, a direct opponent, doing the roping off her kick. Almost a spectacular mark from Gogus. Will stay in the attacking area. Trying to get it forward is Birch for the Dogs. She's got Lambert presenting. She's got Davidson for company.
You see that as soon as the Bulldogs are willing to go deeper into their forward line, they just look so much more dangerous, and you can sense an opportunity here for the Dogs.
Yeah, you're right. They're giving their forwards a chance to flight the ball 1v1.
Jamie Lambert, just the 3 possessions so far, but real bang for buck from the touches she's had so far, including that goal. Brennan doing the forward line ruck work, gets the fortuitous bounce, met solidly again. Denellen just dumps her into the turf. Kane claimed by Gogus. It'll be Hooker to clear for the Dockers. Out to the Hawkins wing. Scott read it better in flight off the hands of Oakley, and it's an arm wrestle early in this second term. Look at those mark statistics again. The Dockers are able to manufacture some uncontested ball, but at the moment still being shaded on the scoreboard.
Ernst tried to work to the front, but Houghton took that spot. Quick kick from Lachlan. Clever work from McLeod. Gets it inside 50, but it's a 2-on-1. The Dockers had it covered. The defence standing up under pressure right now. This is Davidson. She kicks to a 2-on-1. Big fly over the front of the contest by Breslin. Couldn't take the mark, but she gets the football at ground level. Bounces it forward. It's a 2-on-2. Ernst. Full-on contact with Caulfield. Ball spills to Brianna Green. Can the Dockers get something going? Houghton's pushed forward to the football, takes the mark. 55 from home. Tracking back towards the square is Barr. Takes her man on. Gives it off to O'Sullivan. 35 out. Heads goalward. Misses right. Gabby O'Sullivan, 22-year-old from East Freo. Her dad, John, played 133 games for East Freo. And now his daughter, Gabby, is running around in the AFL women's competition. Big hit there from Ernst and Caulfield. This is going to be Astor O'Connor with the kicking in duties for the Dogs.
It's a shallow kick. Red Best in flight, and the Dockers trying to set a shot on goal and perhaps a lead, and it's Barr who just slides in comfortably. A neat kick from Lavelle. Stacey Barr, another from that basketball background, has the all-time 3-point scoring record for the University of Idaho women's team. Smart, crafty forward, well-travelled, originally a Victorian girl from just down the road in Werribee, and she can give the Dockers back the lead. 35 out, pushes the kick right. The Dockers probably having their best 60 seconds of the quarter so far.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can see again much more measured with the football than the Bulldogs, and this is going to be really key. They've chosen Hannah Scott to take the kick in here, and you'd like to see them potentially just hit up maybe one a bit shorter and control the football.
So that is Hannah Scott, 26-year-old. And there's a free kick off the ball. It's going to Fremantle. Did you spot it, Josh?
I didn't see what happened there. It's I'll have to get it on the replay. It looked like it's centre-half forward. She might have been trying to create a lead or something, and she was taken out. So
Laura Bailey gave away the free kick to Filicamo. Let's take another look. We can just see it there. Right there it is. And the secondary contact just slipped high with the arm. So Filicamo, the 26-year-old, emergency nurse at Fiona Stanley Hospital, and from 35 metres out keeps it low, and she misses left. So the Dockers wasting some opportunities to assert themselves in this second term. It's the Dogs by 3 points. Long kick in outside 50. Brennan goes to ground. Again, it's going to come back inside for the Dockers. High ball. 3 Bulldogs underneath it. And Hannah Scott takes it comfortably on her chest.
Playing a clever, composed game at the moment. Hannah Scott, and finds Astor O'Connor. Making her return from that ACL she sustained in 2015. One-step kick. Bane of many a defender's existence.
yeah, I've done plenty of them in my time, don't worry about that. But you can see she felt pressure under the kick because Fremantle are putting on the full ground press. So they've got their whole side up in that front half, and they're really making it hard, really tough for the Doggies to transition out.
So Kirby Bentley, who makes her living as a fly-in, fly-out shot firer at the mines up in the Pilbara region of WA, former netballer.
Can kick this.
Well, Lauren Arnell's called it.
Oh.
She'll at least put it to the top of the square. Houghton there to fly. Pinballs around, and Scott will just let it trickle through for the 4th straight behind.
Oh, I put the Moz on her there.
Welcome to the team, Moz. Welcome to the commentary team. That's called the commentary curse. Hannah Scott, again, gets really good penetration outside 50 with the kick. It's Spark at the back, couldn't quite take it. Catch Chewett, taken to ground. Brennan, quick hands, manages to find Carney, and this is what she does. Busts away from congestion to make things happen for her team. Neves involved. Now Blackburn tries to poke it down the line. Dockers with some numbers there in defence. It's Smith. She stood tall, gave it off to Hooker. Hooker's kick floats wide. Blackburn versus Filicamo. Off hands, throw in.
Lauren, you've seen a lot of Ellie Blackburn in Victorian Women's State League footy. Has she had to deal with that sort of pressure before as a run with that Filicamo's providing?
Well, she can. I think Lara Filicamo is just an exception to the rule. Very, very good at this role, and she's done a fantastic job so far.
So Chewett in the ruck against Spark. Ground level, a chance for the Dogs. Quick kick forward from Lamb. Bouncing football. Again, the Dockers have got some numbers across half-back. Golisano couldn't get an effective kick away. Here is Blackburn, tried to slap it through the congestion. Golisano went again. Linda Smith, she bangs it on the boot to try and gain some territory. It pitches in front of Wilds. Is it going to be out of bounds on the full? The players are waiting to see. Hayley Wilds almost gave the game away there. Kicks towards Chewett, who played on. The whistle came late, and that advantages the Dogs. Here's the dangerous McLeod. She's got some players forward of the football. This is Lambert. Lambert goes looking for Carney and finds her. Carney plays on. She's got an outside runner. Gives it off to Birch. Lines up from 40 metres out. It's not going to get there. Once again, the Dockers with some discipline. But it's going to come back. This is Carney. 55 from home. The kick from Antonio couldn't clear the zone. Carney goes inboard. And finally, Katie Brennan doesn't have Antonio in her pocket, and she has the chance to go back from 35 metres out directly in front.
You're right, Antonio read the play early and she dropped off to become that spare. Unfortunately, she couldn't link up on the way out, and as you always find as a defender, when you stuff up the kick, it always goes back and forward to your opposition. So
a chance for Katie Brennan. As we said in the opener, 11 straight premierships, 3 of those with Darebin, 3-time All-Australian. And in the last 3 years, she's kicked 195 goals at club level for the Falcons, 59, 52 and 84 last year. The captain of this side wearing Ted Whitten's famous number 3. A chance to kick her first goal as an AFLW player. And she does. The Bulldogs get around their skipper. Katie Brennan's on the board, and the Dogs lead by 8 points.
Emma Carney, absolutely brilliant play so far. She's had 12 possessions. 4 of those have been inside 50s, and she's creating so much for the Bulldogs at the moment.
So almost by stealth, Katie Brennan up to 7 possessions. Second best for the Dogs behind Carney with 12. And now she has impact on the scoreboard as well.
Just incredible. Her smarts and her composure around the footy are really standing out for the Bulldogs now.
Biggest lead of the night to the Dogs. They've just taken their chance. The Dockers, that 5-minute stretch of 4 behinds. Can they try and put a major on the scoreboard? It'll be Bailey coming to meet it. And almost met solidly on the way through by Lavelle. Scott. She's dismembered. Blackburn having to work really hard for every possession at the moment and ineffective on this occasion. So can Denellen create for the Dockers? Gets the skates on, goes long. There's a hole. Williams caught red-handed. Free kick Dockers. And a chance for them to finally get that first major of the second term.
it's really good there by the Dockers. Got that ball in quickly. Gave their forwards a chance to be in one-in-one scenarios, and as you see, rewarded there with a free kick, and Barrow line up for goal.
Played in the Swan Districts Premiership last year. Stacey Barr, 24-year-old. attended Maribyrnong College as her opposite number, Libby Birch, did. And second time we've seen her slide that kick out to the right.
Yeah, they've been pretty frustrated at the minute, Freo. They've had a lot of the play in their forward half, and they've only scored the 5 points. And at the other end, Doggies went forward once and were able to convert. So really need to just sharpen up in front of goal.
Get to Sam Lane in a moment for an update on the crowd here at the Whitten Oval tonight, as O'Connor's kick will clear the 50. High fly from O'Sullivan. Forced to go with a quick kick was Neves. Coming to try and meet it was McLeod. She was beaten by the bounce but had support. Form of her skipper Brennan, who comes inboard. It's a good ball as well. The Dogs really trying to wind up here. Gamble. Tasmanian from the Burnie Dockers. Has it just back of centre wing. Brennan really starting to work her way into the contest and work over Antonio as well. Too much on the kick on that occasion. It'll be Smith. Looking to retreat wide. A neat kick will find Kirby Bentley.
So the dying seconds, they just need to be tidy. That one from Bentley. Forced Antonio to work for it, but it'll spill over and out. So no harm done, and at half-time, the Western Bulldogs a little bit more efficient going forward. It's 6 shots to 3 the Dockers' way, but their inaccuracy has cost them. At half-time, it's the Western Bulldogs 3 straight 18, Fremantle 1-5-11. It's the Bulldogs by 7 points. They kicked 1 straight goal in that term. The Dockers 5 behinds. And that was pretty much the story of the second quarter. Dockers with double the scoring shots, but trail by 7 points. Emma Carney leading the game with 12 possessions. Brennan's had 9, while Belinda